Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is race number 20 in the 2019 NOFSRL Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We're here at the Kentucky Speedway, and don't be afraid, this is going to be a great race here from the Kentucky Speedway in the Tire Rack 400. 54 laps of action around this mile-and-a-half racetrack in Sparta, Kentucky. And they're going to be slipping up the racetrack, going 3 and 4 wide constantly throughout the night. It is not at all like it is in real life, so stick around. It's going to be one of the best races of the season. I'm alongside Marty Johnson for this one. You commentated this race last year, and you know the type of racing we get in this event. So my question to you is, the guy who won this race last year, Ace Garcia, starts on the pole position. What does he need to do to stay up there and win tonight here in the 20th race of the season?
Pretty easy. We get a lot of racing with a lot of passes, a lot of lead changes. If I'm Ace Garcia, you've got to play some defense up front, but don't be mirror driving that too early in the race. Got to, play it safe. If you have to fall back. But like I said, pretty much has to be coming down to defense, even though defense wins championships.
It definitely does. And speaking of championships, Nathan Baird still has a massive point lead, but for the first time in a little while, there's a chance he might not leave this race the point leader. He's got 39 points on Emily Anderson, 566 total points towards the championship coming into tonight. Third place in the championship standings is Sebastian Kukulon, 77 points behind. Justin Roberts is 89 points behind, and John Arndt 95 points behind coming into this event with only 9 races left to go in the season. You hear the command being given. You don't normally hear that here on Napa Fan, but they're going to be rolling off here very shortly. And starting on the front row, it is Ace Garcia in the number 81. Won this race last year and then won the pole last night. Kentucky might just be his place, looking for his first win of the season. He's alongside Riley Spurley, rookie driver, the number 39. Part-time driver Julio Caesar, the number 10 machine. Zidell Motorsports grabbed their first ever victory in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series last week at Daytona. Julio Caesar wants to make it 2 weeks in a row for Justin Zidell. Wyatt Quayle, Las Vegas winner, starting in the 4th position. We got John Andrews in the 04 alongside Matt Dallio. Matt Dallio going for his first win in over 2 years on Napa Fan. Lucas Jacobson, this car finished second last year behind Ace Garcia with Blaine Keys driving it alongside Daniel McMillan. And then the Andersons in row number 5, Julius Anderson and Emily Anderson looking to take the point lead away from Nathan Baird. Nathan Baird starts deep in the field in the 38th position here tonight, so it's going to be a tough one for Nathan Baird, but you can pretty much win this race from any starting position. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all goes down. There will not be any pit stops in tonight's race, so they can go the entire race on 1 tank of gas, which means it's going to be all out until the finish. 54 laps of action is the Tire Rack 400. The 20th race of the season is green from the Kentucky Speedway. Let's get this one started with Ace Garcia on the front row. Lap 1, barely led by Ace Garcia. Bonus point towards the championship for him, but he's going to lose the lead right there. Julio Caesar to the inside, and here comes Lucas Jacobson, and you can see what happens here at Kentucky. Oh boy, they're a little bit tight right there, and they're 4 wide already. That's Patrick Smith to the inside of Wyatt Quayle, John Andrews, and Ace Garcia. You might want to watch for this. We could see an accident here in this race.
5 wide!
Oh, brother. That's your driver. Silas Orr to the inside. And Ace Garcia really falling back in the 81. You do not want to get stuck on the way outside lane here in Kentucky. It goes nowhere, but it's so easy to slide up the racetrack here as well, which is why we see all the passing that we do. And all of a sudden, Julius Anderson is the race leader with Garrett Zenor in second.
And oh my, some contact in 3.
That's Silas Orta, your driver. Bumping around there with Patrick Smith. Here comes Carter Friesen. Friesen's last in the championship standings coming into this race. And here he is. in the third position, but the top two have pulled away. Garrett Sonor to the inside for the race lead on lap 4.
The 22 of Anderson, I think, got tired 1 and 2, and the contact I was referring to was between Smith and Jacobson. But right now, I think they're taking it a little bit easier right now. 2 wide and 3 wide racing in turn 3. This has been very impressive racing so far.
Yes, if only real-life Kentucky could be like this. But either way, this is intense. We see it every year here. And after a while, it eventually calms down. We get a little bit more spread out, but the passing will continue to happen, and nobody is safe in this race. So you really can't pull away here at Kentucky. It's very difficult to do so. Here's Nicholas Samadillo. And we have the All-Star race coming up in 2 weeks, and two guys who have been in this series for a long time who are not in the All-Star race yet are Nicholas Samadillo and Garrett Sonor, and a race win by either of those drivers would put them in the All-Star race just 2 weeks before the event, but neither of them are in the All-Star race yet. They're both going to be racing in the Open if things do not change from now until 2 weeks from now, so a huge opportunity for those guys to get their first wins in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series in quite some time. But Julius Anderson as well, remember at North Wilkesboro, stirred on the pole, almost got the race win, but he could not defeat Trey Bartow and blew an engine in the race as well. So he wants some redemption, and he wants to get Hamill Racing Enterprises their second win of the season. He's going to take the lead back from Garrett Sonor on lap 6.
Yes, a good run there. I think I may have saw about a lap or two ago. There was a lot of contact between, I think it was Trey Bartow and someone else. But once again, they're 4 wide.
They're going to keep on doing this all night long, but they tend to do a pretty good job. Oh, Spurley! Spurley hit the outside wall. Stover slid up, and Spurley's got damage in the 39. He might be trying to come down the pit lane here. We'll have to see. Got a lot of right side damage to his race car there. A very tough break for the outside pole sitter. He's at the end of the field now. Double check on the leaderboard, see if everyone's still in the race. They are still all in the race right now, so nobody out of the race quite yet. Everyone's still in the lead lap. But that's a tough break there for Riley Spurley. He's going to fall to the end of the field there after that little incident with Brad Stover. We're only on lap 8 of 54 in this race, Marty. And we've seen all the action we have so far in this one. I mean, what do you make of this stuff? I mean, this is intense stuff here in the Tire Rack 400.
Oh, absolutely right now, Napa. So good racing. But it looks like they're all calming it down right now. It looks like a lot of single fire racing going on at the moment. I would love to see what's going on beyond that top 10 because they're still fighting. I think they're still beating and banging off too.
They definitely are. We still have some 3 wide here. And hello, Nathan Baird moving his way through the field here. Points leader by 39 points on Emily Anderson. Last time by, he was in the 30th position, but I'm pretty sure he's a little bit farther up the field this time by. We'll see where he is as they cross the line here. Nathan Baird currently running in the 27th position, so he is moving his way up on the inside lane. McMillan up the racetrack there, and there's a very good chance we might see a wreck in this race. We almost saw one there with Brad Stover and Riley Spurley, so have to see if that shakes things up here. But remember, no pit stops in this race. They're going to be able to make the race on 1 tank of fuel here tonight, so they don't have to worry about fuel. They're going to race it to the end. Here's Nicholas Samadillo in the 48. Last time he won in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series was 2016, Season 5 at Pocono. And I'd love to see this guy get a race victory because he's not in the All-Star race yet. And he's going to have to be in the Open if he does not get a race win here soon. But he's right now up front here at Kentucky. Do you think Samadillo might have a good shot at this race victory here tonight?
He does, but don't look now. Here comes that part-time 62 car. Who is that again, the Jelly Belly car?
That is Christian Russell, who I believe has been doing pretty good in your series, the New Era Cup Series as of late. And we have yet to have an uncharted driver win a race this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Christian Russell and Julio Cesar are both inside the top 10 right now. The only 2 uncharted drivers in this race. So watch out for the American Motorsports number 62. Took him till race 10 before Russell was able to make a race in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and now here he is inside the top 5. But how about this? Garrett Sonor and Nicholas Samadillo side by side for the race lead here at Kentucky. Issue!
Look!
Anderson! He got ran into by somebody. I don't know who it was, but somebody jolted right into him after he had a problem. And I think it might have been Julio Cesar, and these guys are trying to get around them. But an issue on Julius Anderson. He was running up front in this race, and now his night is going to end most likely as an internal issue on the 22 slowed him down and caused Julio Cesar to get right into him. And Cesar's night might also be done in the number 10. Such a tough break for Cesar. Had such a great run going for him as an uncharted driver. He's going to head down the pit lane and most likely fall a lap down. But Garrett Sonor, the race leader here in the number 16. Here's your guy, Silas Order, running in the second position right now.
I was going to say, before Anderson had that issue, I was about to say, where did that 88 come from? He had a huge pull in.
Oh, we got 3 wide here. Sam Adio to the inside of Christian Russell and Silas Orta. 2 guys I'm really looking at right now, Sam Adio and Senor. 2 long-time veterans with very long losing streaks in this series. And they are both going to have a good chance at the race victory tonight. But the thing about Kentucky is, even at this point in the race, anyone can still win this thing because it doesn't take much to move your way from the back to the front, even at this point where they're all spread out. But Nathan Baird, I'm telling you, this guy is en route to a championship the way things are going right now. He's up to the 15th position after starting 38th. But he's going to get stuck on the outside here, and he might fall back again. But the thing is, you just don't know where these guys are going to finish until the end of the race because they can get shuffled out of line and fall back just like that out of nowhere. But Senor at this point, I believe, has led the most laps, and there's a good chance Senor might get the race victory here tonight. Here's Diego Yepez to the inside for a second, and John Andrews is up here as well. Justin Roberts going for a second win of the season as well. In the number 38, he's up to the 5th position.
Yeah, I was looking at Yepez and Andrews out there. You know, Yepez, he's had a great car from the races I've been commentating all season long. And then he got John Andrews, who's one of the more experienced drivers, has made his way up to 3rd position for right now. They're all chasing down that 16, who's pretty fast so far today.
Garrett Senor looking really strong for Dirk Motor Racing. Looking to get that team their 2nd win of the season. Jonathan Skivnicki won at Martinsville earlier this year. Senor's had a couple 2nd-place runs so far this season in that number 16 machine, but he has yet to get a race victory since Season 4 at Atlanta. He's gone longer than anybody else except Tristan Allen and another guy I'd like to mention. Knock on wood, Tristan Allen is inside the top 10 right now and doing a pretty good job here. Do you think he's going to have a shot here tonight for the race win?
You know, he's pretty good at the Kentucky Speedway. I know, I think there was one year in the, what's now known as the Turkey Hill Truck Series. Him and I, when I was driving, we were battling for a race win. And on the final lap, it was some pretty good racing, I'll tell you that. So I'll give credit to Tristan. He's really good at this track. Here comes Yepez.
Yeah, Diego Yepez looking to close in for his 2nd win of the season. Won at Auto Club earlier in the year, but since then it's kind of fallen off in the points a little bit. But we'll have to see what he can do here. He's going to get to the inside of Garrett Senor. And with the way things are spread out right now, Senor can fall back to 2nd and not lose any positions here. So that's the good thing about it being spread out like this up front for our leaders, which is a good sign that these guys are going to stay up front for a majority of the event. Here's Carter Friesen last in the championship standings, getting the inside of Justin Roberts. That is for the 6th position, and Senor right back on Yepez. That number 16 is tired of not winning. He's going for his 20th career Napa fan win. He, along with John Art, the 2 drivers with a shot at doing so here tonight. And Senor, right now, the guy who has the best shot as he's leading the field here in the Tire Rack 400. Lap 21 of 54, no caution yet in this race. There's a very good chance it could go caution-free here tonight at Kentucky.
Here comes that 88 at Silas Orta. Don't look now. He's to the inside.
And I'm sure you're excited, Marty. Beast Racing and Otter Island Motorsports, the only 2 3-car teams yet to win this season, which happens to be my team and your team, which is rather interesting. But Orta did a really good job at the beginning of the season, had a lot of great runs to start off this year. But since then, he's fallen off a little bit. But he's got a good run going for him right now here at Kentucky. Out front here in the Tire Rack 400. And I believe he's going to get a lap lead and a bonus point towards the championship in that number 88.
Look at the gap, though, he's put on. Look at the gap, though, he's put on 2nd place. That's about like an 8-10 car length lead right now over what's now going to be John Andrews.
John Andrews up to 2nd, and Senor got stuck on the outside. And that's the thing here at Kentucky. You get past for the lead. It's difficult to get back to the inside lane, but it looks like Senor might find a hole right here. Justin Roberts going to let him in. Friesen to the inside. That is for the 8th position, I do believe, and Carter Friesen is also going to get to the inside of Garrett Senor here. It's a huge opportunity for Carter Friesen to get his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series race victory here tonight. He's now going to go 3 wide there to the inside of Christian Russell and Diego Yepez. Yepez way up the racetrack. He's going to fall out of line quite a bit there and going to lose a lot of positions in the number 92.
Yeah, that high side is pretty much just marbles up there. You get a lot of that on your Goodyear tires. And you're going to lose some grip on the car, and it'll cost you a few spots. But then once you get back on the low line, the marbles wear off when you get onto that groove.
They are coming around and lapping Julio Caesar at least a second time. The only driver out of the race so far is Julius Anderson, who had the issue and got ran into by Julio Caesar. That's why Caesar's 3 laps down. Michael Canto in the 12 also had an issue. He's a lap down now. 39 drivers on the lead lap. But these guys better be careful trying to get around Julio Caesar here for the... Well, not for the race lead. They're not passing him for the race lead, but they're trying to lap him, I should say. And we might see an issue here with these guys trying to get into him. We've yet to see a caution in this race. About to hit halfway here in the Tire Rack 400. Do you think we will see a caution in this race? Or will this thing stay green the whole way through?
Oh, please. This race feels like we should have 3 cautions already. I think we do get a caution. These guys have been racing so hard all day. I think they're going to be racing even harder towards the end of the race. I think we see a caution just before we hit that 5 to go mark.
And someone who has really been racing hard is this guy, Nathan Baird, in the number 40. Remember, he started 38th for this race. He's now up to the 13th, now 12th position, and he is ahead of Emily Anderson, who is right behind him in the championship standings. And this championship is really just starting to become the Nathan Baird show, because he has been leading the points, had a massive point lead the past few races, and it doesn't look like King Art Family Racing is going to be stopping anytime soon with their rookie driver, Nathan Baird. Absolutely impressive job. We've never had a rookie champion in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series, and Nathan Baird got a really good chance of doing so this season.
Yeah, impressive job by that driver of the number 40. But, ooh, I think maybe Fitzwater just gave him the crown horn, saying, hey, experience beats rookies. Here comes that 83, though, to the inside of Seth Cole, but got slowed up there from Fitzy.
There's Alexander Rogan in the inside. You gotta watch for all these guys here as well. I mean, if you get stuck in that outside lane, you're gonna fall back. So, far from over for those guys. Sonora was able to get back up to the
for the lead, though, I believe. Here comes
position,
Andrews.
And there goes John Andrews to the inside for the race lead here at Kentucky on Silas Orta. Here comes Justin Roberts in the 38 machine as well. Roberts is going to take the second position away from Orta, or at least attempt to do so. That outside lane really does not work. With how flat the racetrack is, you want the shorter way around the racetrack. Here comes Tristan Allen in the 3. He's got some help there from Christian Russell. How about Jesse Turner moving his way through the field in the number 77?
Yeah, Jesse Turner, he's got a very fast car there for NIRA Motorsports. Trying to get by Sonora, who is also working his way up there as well. We've only talked about him once. That 3 car of Tristan Allen. Next year, I have a feeling... well, in the next Chick-fil-A Cup Series, whenever that happens, I think that's going to have to be changed to a number 5 if the 5-car team can give me permission.
I don't know if EGI is going to let you do that. That number 5 has won the championship the past 2 seasons. It's a pretty lucky number.
I know they won't give me the 4 if they give it next year.
Well, here's the thing. If you're going to be taking the 4, you're going to have a Mr. Trey Bartso in the ride. Yeah. That's just how it goes in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series at this point. Back to the race lead. Justin Roberts to the inside of John Andrews. Oh, that was close at the line right there. We could see a finish just like that in this race here tonight. And the thing I always loved about Kentucky is that anyone has a chance at winning. It doesn't really matter where you start. And you just don't know who's going to win until we get to the finish. But we've seen some strong guys here tonight. Garrett Sonora, Nicholas Samuel, they're both still inside the top 10 here. They both have a good chance of winning this race, but going to give it to you, Marty. Who do you think is going to get the win here tonight in the Tire Rack 400?
I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but my key driver to watch out for would have to be Silas Orta. However, though, he's stuck in that good battle right now with Christian Russell in that 62 as he makes the run to the inside. But don't look now. Garrett Sonora is a madman right now, though. He is like the Alexander Rossi of the New Era Cup Series. He just refuses to lose.
The Chick-fil-A Cup Series, man.
Never mind.
We just had that race we were trying to do, and the computer crashed on you.
I'm done. Don't even. I'm walking out.
I'm sorry. I feel sympathy for you. I've had that happen to myself before. But you're right about Garrett Sonora. He's a madman. It's been a very, very long time. Second longest losing streak in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Only behind Tristan Allen. And you got to think, Tristan Allen's probably going to be feeling the same way here. He's got an opportunity. He's inside the top 10. He's got a lot of very experienced drivers ahead of him trying to get this win as well. Seth Cole is going to give him some room to clear him. And I'm looking at this race going caution-free. We're 20 laps to go. And we have not seen any sign of a caution in the past few laps here, but a lot of guys back in the field here have not had good runs. See Alonso there, our pole sitter, Ace Garcia, really fell back. Trey Bartow, Josh Marzak, Riley Spurley. Of course, we saw what happened to Spurley earlier on, but they've all lost the pack. John Arndt's back in here. Emily Anderson started up front, but she's fallen all the way back as well. Let's see where Nathan Baird is in the number 40. He's still battling there with Zachary Fitzwater, but that is currently, let's see here, for the 15th position. So Baird's going to get a good run. I don't know how much he's going to pull away from Emily Anderson, but he should have a full race point lead heading into the next race of the season at Nashville. But either way, Justin Roberts, Garrett Zenor, Diego Yepes, Nicolas Amadio, and here comes Tristan Allen in the 3, back up to the 5th position.
Yeah, Allen's got a good car right now. Him, Cole, and Russell are trying to work their way up there. As Zenor up to 2nd with Yepes in 3rd.
Yepes might get a run here on Zenor eventually. He's actually going to back up just a little bit. And Zenor is closing in on Justin Roberts. Roberts has led the past few laps here in this one, so he's got a good chance at the win here tonight. But I just don't know. Guys like Zenor, Sam Adio, Tristan Allen, all these guys with very long losing streaks inside the top 5 right now. Seth Cole's done being behind Tristan Allen. He's going to go to the inside for the race, for the 5th position, I say. Not the race lead quite yet, but it could be for a win later on. Seth Cole's going for his 2nd win of the season. Won the NOFSRL 500 back in Michigan. We'll have to see if he can close in on these guys for the race lead, but look at the race leaders now. They're all on each other. Zenor is going to get a run here soon on Justin Roberts.
Yeah, great little toe right there.
Oh boy, Yepes trying to get to the inside of Zenor, couldn't do it, and Roberts able to pull the outside lane just a little bit to get a gap on Zenor. Zenor had to check up a little bit, I think. And here comes Sam Adio. That is for the 3rd position. He's going to try to take it away from Diego Yepes, and he's got the run to the inside. He's trying to get Seidel Motorsports their 2nd win in a row here in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series after they got their 1st ever win in the Cup Series last week. And for the lead, Garrett Zenor on Justin Roberts for the top position.
Man, Zenor, what a fast car he's got.
Him and Sam Adio are 2 guys I've really watched in this race to have a good chance at winning here tonight. They've had the 2 fastest race cars of the night here at Kentucky. And they're 1-2 right now, but you got to watch out for Seth Cole here in the number 83. I think he's going to have a shot at possibly winning this race as well. And some other guys we haven't really talked about yet in this thing. Matthew Phillips is up here. Brad Stover's up here as well. They've moved their way through the field. And Nathan Baird just outside the top 10. Even he has a shot at the race victory here tonight at Kentucky with that race car.
Baird, the hard charger of the day. Meanwhile, Cole's got a run in that 83 as Yepes takes 3rd away.
Yepes to the inside of Sam Adio, John Andrews, Tristan Allen on the inside here. Roberts falling back in the 38. Just can't get stuck on the outside here at Kentucky, and we still have 13 laps to go. Zenor's going to really have to work that number 16 if he's going to have to hold off Seth Cole at the moment. But if Seth Cole gets around him, he wants to make sure there's nobody behind Seth Cole so he doesn't get stuck on the outside lane. Because if he gets stuck on the outside at this point, I don't know if you're going to have a good chance of winning the race.
You've got the inside right here at about a line, and Zenor, he's going to look right here.
Seth Cole to the inside for the race lead here at Kentucky, side by side at the line. And Zenor has a gap between him and Tristan Allen. He should be able to file right behind the 83, but he's way up the racetrack. And here comes Tristan. Allen up to the 3rd position. Matthew Phillips is up here. How about Brad Stover and Nathan Baird?
Wow.
Nathan Baird is now inside the top 10 in the number 40. This guy is just unstoppable this season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series.
It'd be a great point stay. Who came 2nd in the standings once again? I forgot.
Into this race was Emily Anderson, 39 points behind. She's way, way behind here in this thing. Currently in the 29th position. But Tristan Allen up to 2nd here, coming to 10 laps to go. Zenor falling back. And you just get stuck in that outside lane and you just simply fall back. But Nathan Baird, I'm telling you, he might just win this darn thing. 10 laps to go, and he continues to claw his way through the field. But he's got to be careful because if he gets stuck on the outside at any point, there's a lot of cars behind him who could pass him. But Seth Cole out front. 10 laps to go in the Tire Rack 400 at Kentucky. It's been a fast one here tonight, but it's going to be a good one for the finish, I do believe. Here comes Tristan Allen and John Andrews. Top 5, top 6, all veterans. The first rookie, no surprise, is our points leader. But Silas Orta trying to take it to him. And he's to the inside of Nathan Baird.
San Mateo and Sonora nearly made contact, so they come to the line. Oh, Andrews takes second away from Allen.
Oh, and here we go. John Andrews moving his way through the field.
Run. He's going to have a good toe here off of turn 2. Here comes Phillips as well.
Matthew Phillips is going to have a really good run on Tristan Allen here. He might try to get the pass on the number 3 machine. But I'm focusing here on Nathan Baird. And Baird is on this inside lane once again. He is currently in, I believe, the 7th position. He got around Sinor, and now Sinor stuck on the outside, falling back. We've seen a lot of that in this event here tonight. It's just a tough break there for Garrett Sinor because he had such a good run going for him, and he's now going to fall all the way back. Contact!
Wait a second!
Wyatt Quayle got in the Garrett Sinor, and Sinor's not going to be too happy with the number 33 after that one.
I wouldn't be surprised if an argument happened post-race on pit road.
Here we go. 7 laps to go at Kentucky for Seth Cole. We're still in the window. If we get a caution, we'll have a restart. But within 5 laps to go, like Marty said, if we get a caution, the race is going to be official, and that's going to be it. John Andrews, Seth Cole, both going for their 2nd wins of the season. Tristan Allen, oh boy. And then you have the 13, or should I say the 15 of Matthew Phillips, and Nicholas Samedeo going for his first win since season 5 for the race lead. Here we go. Allen's got it. He's got a 3-wide run to the inside with 6 to go.
3-wide run.
3 wide for the race lead with 6 laps to go in the Tire Rack 400. John Andrews trying to get the run up top. But Tristan Allen going for the race lead here at Kentucky, and Nathan Baird up to the 6th position.
What a race this has been. Now, this is what Tristan wants right now. When he crosses the line, he wants that yellow to come out, or he wants to just see that battle for 2nd takes place.
And he's going to get one.
Is on a charge.
There goes Sam Mateo for 2nd on John Andrews. You know, Sam Mateo's also racing to break a long losing streak as well. He hasn't won in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series in a very long time. It hasn't been as long as Tristan Allen, but he definitely wants this just as much as Tristan Allen does. But you got to watch out for Nathan Baird. That is for the 5th position. Baird might have a shot at this one. Sam Mateo, really good run through the corner. Allen got tight, and Nicholas Samedeo takes it away with 4 laps to go at Kentucky.
Here comes Phillips in that 15. He's been very quiet all day today. But
Matthew Phillips has just methodically been moving his way through the field here tonight at Kentucky, just like Nathan Baird. Baird, however, got stuck on the outside there as Mitchell Henderson got around him. Mitchell Henderson, Christian Masters up here. You know, these Kentucky races are all just like each other. Near the end of each of these races, we always get different drivers running up front than what we saw in the rest of the race. But here we go. 3 laps to go, Kentucky for Nicholas Samedeo. He's really going to have to work hard to hold off Matthew Phillips here for this race win.
Going to be a good battle to the end. You got three cars. I'd say 3 cars right now. Put them under a blanket. And I think they're going to be the ones battling it out to the end.
Tristan Allen will get back to the inside, but I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get back to the race lead here. Matthew Phillips, Velocity Racing, looking to the inside of Nicholas Samedeo. He's got it. 2 laps to go here at Kentucky. At the line, it's going to be Phillips.
Phillips gets the bonus point here. Now, how is this help out Andrews in that number 04?
I think John Neer's going to have a good chance here because he's going to get to the inside of Samedeo as well, and he's going to get by him rather quickly, I do believe. But Matthew Phillips might have just won this race. The way he worked his way through the field is quite amazing. He never fell back. And coming to the white flag, Matthew Phillips has 1 lap to go in the Tire Rack 400 at Kentucky.
And look at the battle for 2nd that's going to take place here between Andrews and Henderson. That is just what Phillips wants to try and get a W here.
That might be it right there. They're closing in on lap traffic. Julio Caesar once again. Mitchell Henderson and John Andrews coming close to getting into each other. Sam Medeo's here as well in the number 48. I don't know. Will they run into Julio Caesar here at the end? They might.
Phillips has it. Phillips has it.
He does. Matthew Phillips, first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series race victory here tonight in the Tire Rack 400 at Kentucky. Henderson will finish second, and Sam Adio in the third position with Seth Cole and John Andrews rounding out the top 5.
And how about Nathan Baird in that 40 car? Comes home in the 10th position. What a charge by him. Also, what a good comeback there by Fitzy in that 9 machine.
Nathan Baird is going to extend his points lead once again by 18 more. So it's going to be close to where it was heading into last week's race at Daytona, as Emily Anderson finished in the 28th position. But race winner here tonight, Matthew Phillips, in the number 15. We missed him there. But how about Phillips? He kind of surprised us there. He never got on the outside lane, just kept on moving his way through the field the whole night. And once he got to the race lead, it was his race to lose, and he didn't lose it, as he's the winner here in the Tire Rack 400 at Kentucky. This might just be the fastest race we have had all season in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. They went caution-free here. What do you make of that one? I mean, they were passing like crazy for the race lead, but they kept it together, and we had 0 wrecks here tonight in this event.
We could say that other race, that action with Anderson would be a wreck, even though it didn't really bring out a caution flag. But that was an impressive race. The drivers all kept it clean, and Phillips walks away with the W over Henderson.
And that win will put Matthew Phillips in the Chick-fil-A All-Star race 2 weeks from now. So he doesn't have to rely on racing his way through the Open. So good job there with Matthew Phillips, our 18th different winner in 20 races so far in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. How about that for these guys? They've been just winning and winning, and it's been different guys winning each and every time. Anderson with a blown engine. And I saw Canto had an issue when Julio Cesar was right behind Julius Anderson when his engine blew up. And that's why he finished 3 laps down. But everybody else finished on the lead lap. Or Pole Sitter finished in the 38th position. And one of the dominant guys of the race, Garrett Zenor, ended up finishing 26th. He got stuck on that outside and fell back. And this place messes with you because you think you're doing so good. And then all of a sudden, bam, you're at the back of the field. You just can't methodically get a good run here at Kentucky. It's all about the finish. And Matthew Phillips wasn't up front all night until the end. And he got the race victory here. So definitely an interesting race here at Kentucky, like it always is. What are you going to expect when we head to Nashville next weekend? Because we kind of have, it's in a way a similar racetrack, a flat racetrack, but they don't go 3 and 4 wide like they do here. It's a lot more about staying in your position and being up front throughout the entire race. So what do you think is going to happen in the Cracker Barrel 400 next week?
It's a smaller track, and I believe it's a less banked track as well. So I don't know to tell you. Should be an interesting race, definitely. I'll guarantee you that.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one there. We've gone to Nashville every season of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. I'll kind of know what to expect. But Brad Stover won that race last year. Stover finished 7th here tonight, so we'll have to see. It could be a race win for Brad Stover, but it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be the last race before the All-Star race, so one last chance for a driver who is not in the All-Star race yet to lock his spot into the show before they have to go to the Open and even depend on the fan vote. But either way, congratulations to Matthew Phillips on his race victory here tonight at Kentucky. Tomorrow we got a race here on Napa Fan. IndyCar is back. They're from Pikes Peak, and it's the All Drivers broadcast. That's going to be at noon Eastern Time tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoy that one from Pikes Peak. Going to be a fun one. We got a much closer championship battle over there in the IndyCar Series, so I definitely recommend you check it out. And also, I believe sometime tomorrow, it's going to be the TRN Heats for the NR 2003 big one. So check that out. And I believe sometime this weekend, it's going to be the Heats for the NOFSRL side on Marty's channel. So got a lot going on here this weekend here in NR 73. And we thank you guys for tuning in here to the Tire Rack 400 with Matthew Phillips, the race winner from Kentucky. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next week, it's Nashville. Hope you guys stick around for that one. The Cracker Barrel 400 going to be a good one there from Music City. On behalf of Marty Johnson, here are the point standings for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. After 20 races, only 8 races remain in the championship. And we'll see you guys next week from the Nashville Super Speedway. I will see you guys later.
It's my first love bad, and it's driving me mad, just like a mixed up crazy person out of his head. It's been a long, long time, I've been on the decline. I do an about face so I can be replaced 180. This thought it